What up, farm? Welcome to day 36 or 37. Let me check. Well, it's actually day 38 of harvest. So welcome to day 38 of harvest. We're just out here at the lentil paddock. We're about to blow the header down. Alex is occupying herself in the ute with the electric windows. No, you stay in the ute. It's a lovely day to be alive. Right, we're into it, harvesting those lentils, peeling them off the ground. It's actually going really well. I thought I'd struggle with this old front, given that it's rigid and the reel's not great, but I got my lifters on and they're doing a really good job. I'm not losing much, I don't think. It's yeah, going really good at the moment. So as you would have seen, there's these wet patches where it got too wet for it, or the pH in the soil was not conducive for growing lentils. So there's not much there really, just a bit of ryegrass. There is some lentils in this patch here, but there's hogweed growing in the rest. It is what it is. Can't really complain too much. Where the lentils are good, they're really good, but where they're not good, there's nothing there. Anyway, getting some. One full box of lentils and a lot of veg. I kind of knew that veg would be a problem. It sounds like you can get veg cleaned out of lentils, so that'll have to happen, but they look good. I'm pretty happy. Very happy even. Nearly got a bin full too. Right, still going on these lentils. Done nearly 16 hectares for today. Yeah, it's going good. We filled up one bin, put a fair bit in the truck, or 3.5 boxfuls in the truck. So it's yielding a lot better than what I thought, which is nice. Yeah, the seed will need cleaning, which will be a cost, but that's alright. It's been a very interesting journey growing these lentils. I've enjoyed it. I've picked the right year to do it anyway. Yeah, no, I guess it's still going alright, because I can't see anything. Nothing at all. Lucky I had a look on here and there's nothing to run into, so which is all good. But yeah, nah, cannot see much at all. Alright, so we're here by the shed because I blocked up all under here with lentil stuff, and I was trying to clean it out. I was standing up here, standing on the retractable fingers, trying to get the table auger to spin backwards to kick it all out the front, and it went bang. What happened is, how the retractable fingers work is when they're around here they're out, and then when they're back here they're in. Anyway, they retract. There's a half moon thing that should be on there, and that broke off. So we pulled the front off, brought it back here, and we're going to weld a new piece on there. And it sounds really, really simple when I tell you like that, but it's going to be challenging. But anyway, we're always up for a challenge. Right, we got it all back together. It's all looking alright, and let's just hope it works. Also, it's day 39 of harvest today. Alright, so I got the air filter out. I'm going to blow it out, and this is something that I made off of what I saw on Facebook. I haven't shown it on YouTube before, I don't think, but this is a wobble tee sprinkler end on a poly riser to a tap. You just put it in and it blows it out. We're back into it for another day. The table auger and retractable fingers seem to be working well down there. Yeah, it's going good. Peeling them off the ground. I'm enjoying this because it's going well, but I'm looking forward to getting out of this such short stuff, that's for sure. Alright, we are on to the last pass of the lentils, which is good. Good that they're all done. Nearly all in the bin. End of the lentils. We ended up doing 29.3 hectares. It's a 37 hectare paddock, so what's that? 7.7 hectares that were watered out. You can kind of, oh. see there where we didn't harvest, where it was yielding nothing leading up to it. Those are the parts that got too wet. Surprisingly, they were the parts that were on top of the hills, which means a few things. We have pH issues there, given that the lentils haven't grown up there. We also may have some compaction issues there. So hopefully later on in the summer we'll get some things done and be able to rectify at least one, maybe two of those problems. Right, we got the lentils done. We've pulled the concaves out, which are around here underneath the rotor, this being the rotor. What the concaves do is lets the grain fall through, but tries to keep the chaff and stuff moving along. So we're going on to Faba beans, which are quite big, and they will not fit down through these holes. There's actually one here, a volunteer one that's grown, and he's stuck in there. So we've got a big set on the back of the ute. We're going to put them in and then we can start on the beans. Well, we got the big concaves in and we started on the beans. They seem to have been going okay. I've never harvested beans before, so that's a lie. I did do one day on a main setter of beans, but that was a fair while ago actually. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know what to expect from a bean crop, but yeah, it seems like the box is filling up reasonably quickly. So see how many truckloads we get. Alright, so you might remember at seeding time we had some misses where the air seeder stopped sowing. One's there, all the way across to the fence. We're harvesting it right now. You wouldn't believe it. This turns out to be an exact 9 metre width. This one, so thank you, Dad. You planned that very well. Or it worked out very well at least. Anyway, Charles went to Narracourt today and got some tea. I was really craving McDonald's. I don't know why, but I was. And she brought it home. Oh, thanks, honey. Alright, that's enough for tonight. The header's full and the bin's full. So we are heading home. Alright, we've just blown the header down and greased it up. Checked everything over. I adjusted the retractable fingers a bit because I was having some trouble last night with it not feeding properly. We brought a second bin over to the paddock. I'm going to empty this box full in there and then get started. We're into it for another day and my goodness are they feeding well. I altered the pitch of the retractable fingers so that they would be a bit higher when they were up, and it is feeding fantastically. Yesterday I was having trouble with it bunching right in the middle there and building up and not going in, and I'd have to stop, but it's going good now. There is some vetch in here, hopefully not too much, but probably will be. You might have to clean it out somehow. But we'll see. Anyway, it's going good. Finding a few. I'm very happy. On today's first instalment of, well, that's broken. This is the brush out of the rotary screen. And it's come out. I don't really know how to fix it, but I guess we'll have to. Alright, today's 41 of harvest. We got some beans harvested last night. Brock came to pick up a load and he had a look in the top of the bin because I know nothing about beans, and he said, nah, there's too much vetch in there. So with some ringing around, we got hold of a grain cleaner to hire and we're cleaning the beans. So there's too much vetch in there. This is vetch here. It's a small seed like that. And these are beans. So there's a fairly big difference in the size. They're easy to clean apart, just taking some time. They don't like vetch in the bean sample, so we got to clean it out. What happens is, this is the dirty grain. It goes up the auger into the cleaner, through the screen. The vetch drops out. The vetch comes up this auger into the chaser bin, and the clean beans go up that auger into the field bin, where they can be delivered to the silos after that. So it's not ideal to be doing it during harvest, in the middle of harvest, but we don't have enough storage to store them and do it later. So it just is what it is. We're doing it now. So this is what it's taking out. There is some good beans in there, but it's just the cost of it. But those little vetches are what we need to get out. And it's handy to have all those cracked ones out as well. But that vetch is what we really need to get. This is the way to do it. Dad's got his seat out. Well done, Dad. That's one bin empty, cleaned into that bin over there and some in the chaser bin. It's a good effort. It didn't take that long, I guess. How long? 2 hours?
2 hours probably.
2 hours for a bin full, so it's not too bad. You could hear a bit of a funny noise while I was unloading. So this is me just trying to diagnose where that sound was coming from. Set my GoPro up and recorded it. That chain's just too loose, chipping a tooth on the sprocket and making a bit of a clunky noise. It's always handy to use technology to your own advantage. Alright, we got that last paddock done. We got moved on to this paddock. We've done, what does it say, 6.5 hectares. It's going pretty well. There's a big wet patch through the middle here. It's interesting to see that on there. The truck is full, the header box is full. Is that on? Anyway, just clean it out. The bins are all full back there until we get some delivered because we got to keep one spare to clean into, kinda. Yeah, it's just a pain. Anyway, it's alright. It's nice harvesting when we get a chance, but it's just a bit of time coming. We'll see you tomorrow for day 42, I think. Gee, there'll be some beans here for the sheep to eat. I bet they'll love them. Alright, harvest day 42. We're back here cleaning seeds. We just started. I harvested a truckload last night, so we're emptying it out of the truck, up the auger, through the cleaner. The vet's just coming this side, and the tubulator's taking it into that bin over there. So we'll have 3 bins that need to be delivered. We'll harvest into the truck, clean out of the truck, into one of the bins. At least that's the plan anyway. Alright, that bin's full. Still some in the truck. It's time for lunch, so I'm gonna go home, have some lunch. And it's getting hot out here. Might take these petrol tins home and fill them up, because, not that it's using a lot of fuel, but we are using some. Alright, so also going on today, we had Seth from Precision Agriculture rock up, and they are grid mapping some of our land. So I've designated 80 hectares to be grid mapped or grid sampled. What they do is have a little buggy that they drive around, and the GPS tells them where to go, and they take, I think he said 20 samples for every hectare. And they, like soil samples from every hectare, then they go through and test all of those and put them into a map. Now I'll show you a picture of our yield map from the lentils, which will come up on the screen right now, and you'll see there's quite a patch, quite a big area that we didn't harvest. That's because it got too wet. But it was on top of a hill, so it shouldn't have got too wet. So that says a few things. That says that we are struggling for compaction, possibly. There's probably too much compaction there. And we also are probably struggling with incorrect pH levels. Now, in the past, these red risers or loamy risers have been called just what they are. That's just what you get. It just won't grow there. But advances in technology have meant that we can pick it out and we can actually do something about it now. So that's what we're doing. We're going to map it, figure out where the problem parts of the paddock are, and address them. And hopefully we'll get a better paddock in the end of it. Right, so hopefully you got the gist of that. What's basically happening is there's a big drill bit that goes into the ground, drills out some dirt, it lands in the bucket underneath, and after he's done enough, he'll empty the bucket into a bag, and that bag will then go and get tested. All the soil that's in there will get tested and we'll have our results. Right, day 42. She's been a long one. I started off by filling in a hole, by a new windmill, I bought new solar bore this morning, then got into some cleaning and stuff like that. Anyway, this has been a long day. Had some time off this afternoon because it was too hot. Back on the header now. Now it's cooled down a bit. Dad's back over cleaning some more, but we'll have to stop soon because it'll get too dark, unfortunately. We need a light tower so we can go all night. Let's go in the night shift. Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be a nasty day tomorrow, so I don't think we're going to do much at all. Alright, day 43 of harvest. We're back here on the grain cleaner. We filled up some of the truck last night, filled up the truck, going through the cleaner, and then we just got to fill that in. That should give enough for Brock to cart a load to Bordertown, or another load to Bordertown, and then I'm actually heading away for the day. It's going to be pretty nasty, so gonna head down the mount where it's a bit cooler. So yeah, going good. Lovely morning. Great time to be alive. I've had to shift my chair again. It got too dusty over there. Not really any wind at all this morning, and wherever I seem to sit, I'm getting covered in dust. Right, the bin's full. Brock's gonna come back and pick that up. I'm heading off now. Thanks for watching. That'll be the end of this video. See ya in the next one.